What if the blood-soaked warrior of Greece could rewrite the fate of the Norse gods? A single choice could shatter prophecies older than time. Welcome to the untold story behind God of War. Deep in the frozen wilds of Midgard, a new chapter begins for a warrior who once burned the heavens of Greece to ash. Kratos, the ghost of Sparta, now walks among Norse gods, his past a shadow of rage, his future a fragile hope. Beside him is Atreus, his young son, a boy who carries secrets even he doesn't yet understand. Together, they embark on a journey that will challenge the very fabric of fate itself. But God of War isn't just a tale of father and son, it's a clash of mythologies, where the brutal chaos of Greek legends meets the intricate web of Norse lore. Here, gods like Odin and Thor aren't just figures of worship, they're forces of nature, bound by prophecies of doom. Yet the game takes these ancient myths and twists them, weaving a story where a single man can defy the gods and rewrite destiny. In this journey, we'll unravel the story of God of War, from a grieving father's quest to the apocalyptic fires of Ragnarok. We'll compare the myths that inspired it to the game's bold reimagining and uncover the hidden meanings behind its weapons, gods, and prophecies. A tale of loss and defiance awaits. Let's begin. Kratos and Atreus begin their journey in the shadow of loss. Faye, Atreus' mother and Kratos' wife, has passed, leaving behind a final wish: to have her ashes scattered from the highest peak in all the realms. The father and son set out through Midgard's harsh wilderness, their bond strained by Kratos' stoic nature and Atreus' burning curiosity. But their path quickly turns perilous when a stranger arrives, Baldur, a god of Asgard, sent to hunt them down. Baldur is no ordinary foe. In God of War, he's invulnerable, unable to feel pain or pleasure, a curse placed upon him by his mother, Freya. Their battle is brutal, shaking the very earth, but Kratos eventually prevails, using a hidden weakness to end the fight. This moment marks the beginning of their defiance against the Norse gods, setting a chain of events that will ripple across the realms. But who is Baldur in the myths? In Norse lore, Baldur is the god of light and purity, beloved by all, until his death at the hands of his blind brother Hoder, tricked by Loki with a mistletoe spear, the only thing that could harm him. God of War reimagines Baldur as a tormented figure, driven by rage and desperation, his invulnerability a curse rather than a gift. This twist deepens the game's narrative, showing how even the brightest myths can be darkened by the weight of fate. At its core, this journey is more than a quest. It's a battle against destiny itself. Kratos, a man who destroyed the Greek gods to escape his past, now faces a new pantheon, one obsessed with controlling fate. Atreus, revealed later as Loki, carries the blood of giants, tying him to prophecies of Ragnarok. Their bond as father and son becomes a rebellion against the threads of Yggdrasil, proving that even in a world of gods, mortals can carve their own path. With Baldur defeated, Kratos and Atreus press deeper into the realms, their journey taking them to unexpected allies. They meet Freya, a Vanir goddess exiled from Asgard, who aids them with her magic, though her connection to Baldur remains a hidden wound. Then comes Mimir, the smartest man alive, a severed head bound to a tree by Odin himself. Mimir reveals their true goal: to find Tyr, the Norse god of war, who holds the key to reaching the highest peak. But the shadow of Asgard looms large. Odin, the Allfather, watches from his throne, his ravens spying on every move. He's a master manipulator, obsessed with controlling fate to prevent Ragnarok. His son Thor, the god of thunder, is a brutal enforcer, wielding the mighty Mjolnir, a hammer said to shatter mountains. Their presence turns the journey into a deadly game, as Kratos and Atreus become targets of divine wrath. In Norse mythology, Odin is a seeker of wisdom, sacrificing an eye to drink from the well of knowledge, and hanging himself on Yggdrasil to learn the runes. But in God of War, he's a paranoid tyrant, more concerned with power than wisdom. Thor, known in the myths as a protector of humanity, slaying giants with Mjolnir, is reimagined as a bloodthirsty warrior, loyal only to his father's schemes. These changes paint the gods as flawed, their divinity tainted by fear and ambition. The clash of gods brings us to their weapons. Kratos wields the Leviathan axe, forged by the dwarves Sindri and Brok, imbued with ice magic to rival Mjolnir. In the myths, Mjolnir is a divine tool, blessed by the gods to never miss its mark. But in the game, it's a symbol of Thor's unchecked rage. The Leviathan axe, meanwhile, carries the weight of Kratos' past, its origins tied to Faye's legacy, a weapon of redemption against a hammer of destruction. These weapons are more than tools. They're symbols of power in a world teetering on chaos. Mjolnir represents Asgard's iron grip, a force of order that crushes dissent. The Leviathan axe, with its icy precision, embodies Kratos' defiance, a mortal's challenge to divine rule. In Norse myths, the balance between chaos and order is a constant struggle, and God of War mirrors this through its gods and their tools of war, showing how power can corrupt even the mightiest of beings. The journey leads Kratos and Atreus to the heart of a prophecy that threatens all the realms: Ragnarok, the Norse apocalypse. In God of War, Ragnarok, this isn't just a myth, it's a looming reality. Atreus, now revealed as Loki, learns of his role in the coming war, tied to the giants and their ancient knowledge. The pair seeks to stop Odin's tyranny, gathering allies like Freya and the dwarves to stand against Asgard's might. The battle for Asgard erupts in chaos. Kratos and Atreus lead their forces against Odin's army, facing Thor in a thunderous clash that shakes the heavens. Thor falls, but not before a moment of redemption, leaving Mjolnir behind. Odin, desperate to control fate, confronts Kratos in a final showdown. With Atreus' help, Kratos defeats the All-Father, ending his reign and shattering the prophecy that bound them all. Asgard burns, but from its ashes comes rebirth. Atreus sets out to find the remaining giants, fulfilling his destiny as Loki, while Kratos, for the first time, finds peace. A mural reveals his future as a figure of hope, not destruction. The realms begin to heal, proving that even the darkest prophecies can lead to new beginnings, a cycle broken by the will of a father and son. In Norse mythology, Ragnarok is the ultimate end, a cataclysm where gods like Odin, Thor, and Loki perish, and the world is submerged in water before rising anew. The sun is swallowed, the stars vanish, and giants led by Surtur set the world ablaze. But in God of War, Ragnarok is a battle of choice, not fate. Kratos and Atreus defy the prophecy, saving the realms rather than destroying them, a bold reimagining that challenges the inevitability of doom. Atreus' identity as Loki is key to this shift. In the myths, Loki is a trickster, father to monstrous beings like Jörmungandr and Fenrir, who play pivotal roles in Ragnarok. In the game, Atreus is a bridge between worlds, his giant heritage giving him the power to reshape destiny. His bond with Jörmungandr, the world serpent, becomes a symbol of cycles, past, present, and future, intertwined in a way the myths never foresaw. Ragnarok in God of War isn't just an end, it's a new cycle. The game uses the Norse apocalypse to explore themes of renewal and redemption, a stark contrast to the myth's fatalistic tone. Kratos, once a harbinger of destruction, becomes a creator of hope, while Atreus steps into his role as a guardian of the future. This reimagining shows how myths evolve, adapting ancient stories to reflect the human struggle for change and meaning. The game takes the chaos of Ragnarok and turns it into a tale of defiance, proving that even in the face of gods and prophecies, the choices of mortals can rewrite the stars. The cycle of destruction ends here. Or does it? God of War isn't just a game. It's a tapestry woven from the threads of ancient myths, reimagined for a modern age. From Kratos' blood-soaked past in Greece to his redemption in the Norse realms, the saga shows how myths can evolve, blending the chaos of gods with the resilience of mortals. It takes the fatalistic tales of Ragnarok and turns them into a story of choice, proving that even the mightiest prophecies can bend to the will of those who dare to defy them. Myths have always been more than stories. They're the echoes of humanity's deepest fears, hopes, and dreams. God of War captures this by grounding its gods in raw emotion. Odin's paranoia, Thor's rage, Atreus' curiosity, and Kratos' struggle for peace. These aren't just Norse legends, They're mirrors of our own battles, showing how the past shapes the present and how we can forge a future beyond the shadows of fate. At Beyond Mythology, we dive into these timeless tales to uncover their hidden truths. God of War reminds us that myths aren't static. They live, they breathe, they change with every retelling. Whether it's a warrior defying the gods or a boy embracing his destiny as Loki, these stories teach us that the power to break cycles lies within us all. As the fires of Ragnarok fade, we're left with a question. Can we truly escape the cycles of the past, or are we destined to repeat them? The legends of the past are the keys to understanding our present, and perhaps our future. Tell us in the comments, what's your favorite moment from God of War? Subscribe for more mythic tales, hit the like button, and share this video. Also, check out how myths still rule our modern world in the video beside. Until next time.